Oh, hello, this is Robert Pultz. And you should be seeing my Zotero screen right now. The items I want to cover today in today's meeting is Zotero for genealogy using cross-referencing, sub-collections, tags related, and search in relation to tagged. Um, Thought I'd take a step back and talk about why cross-referencing is important. For me, I'm using Zotero to organize my data so I can analyze it for the creation of the family story. To do this requires many pieces of data. My largest to date was 44 sources for one person, and I'm trying to get the story correct. I also plan on using Zotero for fan type research, friends, associates, and neighbors. Association type research that's done I want to compare this with Roots Magic 9 association feature and see if I can get more out of it. Um, because Zotero is a relational database, it offers three kinds of cross-referencing. The first is sub-collections, which we've talked about a lot, and I'm not going to spend much time on them today. Tags, and then related. In addition to a search function to build the cross-references in the fact. I took and looked at some quotes in various publications about cross-referencing. I found this one at Clear Voice, and I thought it was relatively interesting. I like it that it avoids unnecessary repetition. I also think that it can be significant for getting different points of view. And so I think that was interesting. I looked up cross references in Wikipedia. Unfortunately, it wasn't very useful. Looks to be more programming related than it is related to what we're doing. So the first tier of cross-referencing that's available in Zotero is sub-collections. We've been talking about sub-collections for quite a while. Collections allow for hierarchical organization of items into groups and subgroups. The same item can belong to multiple collections and sub-collections in your library at the same time. In fact, while it's in your library like that, you edit one of them and it changes in the other one. So you can have it in multiple locations. Collections are useful for filling items of meaningful groups, items for a particular project, specific source, specific topic, or for a particular course. You may import items directly into your specific collection or add them to collections after they are already in the library. And we've already done most of this, so I'm not going to go through it. As we've discussed in the past, most people organize this differently than I do. And I don't think there's very many people that do it the same. So I currently have mine arranged by AI because I'm looking at that for a possible tool for fan analysis in addition to Zotero and Roots Magic 9. I have Facebook groups. I have 165 Facebook groups that I follow. Individuals for others. This is research that I've done for other people that have come into meetings and say I have a problem, and I've tried to take and help them with it, along with everyone else. Individuals mainline. That's my people. That's my main research. That's where I spend most of my time. Individuals not mainline. Those are people that are associated with my tree in some manner or form, and I do some. I end up doing research on them because I'm in the documents for my main line and I find information on them. I also use them if I need to do fan research. They're family members. If I'm lost in a place and can't get out of it, I go to the siblings and the other family members and see what they've done. And sometimes I find my person has moved with them, or my person has done something with them. my YouTube videos. I have now 30 some odd YouTube videos, societies and more. And you can see that that's where I'm at right now is with this. Software, sources, and tools. And none of these follow the recommendations that's in Zotero for genealogy. Pages 96 to 99. She arranges them by people, places, tools, and topics. And that's basically sub collections. And I'm going to end the video there for now and be back with tags in just a minute. This is Robert Poltz, and now let's talk about tags. I don't use tags yet, and getting this presentation ready was my first real deep dive into tags. And so I'm trying to understand them and use them just like you are. Tags are often keywords. They allow for detailed characterization of an item. You can tag items based on their topics, methods, status, ratings, and even on your own workflow, like to read. In my case, one of the examples I'm going to use is database recently updated. So updated on such and such date. Items can have as many tags as you want. Apparently, it's unlimited. And you can filter your library. I don't know how to filter the library yet. I think that's going to be a subject for an advanced conversation. You can show items having a specific set of one of our more tags. And I don't know how to do the more tags, but I know how to do one, and I'll show you how to do that. Items can be items that can be assigned tags. Tags are named by the user. You define it. An item can be assigned as many tags as needed. Tags are added or removed with the tag selector at the bottom of the left of the screen, and or you can take and remove them from the right-hand panel, and I'll show you how to do that. Up to 6 tags can be assigned colors, and I'll show you how to colorize a tag, and so on. Key thing about automatic tags. When you bring a document in from the internet, it's possible it already has tags on it. And that's where automatic tags come in. I, a long time ago, turned it off. And that was in one of our sessions, early sessions with Linda Morgan Clark. She showed us how to turn that off. Here's how to do it. You go into the general pane of Zotero preferences, and you turn off this check mark. That's the default is the check mark there. Settings that are affect tags. Okay, the first one is going to be general. Edit preferences general. That's this up here. You go edit, and you go down to preferences, and you go to general, and you come down here and automatically tag. This will be check marked if you're still in default, and you need to. I would turn that off unless you want to take import tags, and I'll show you what gets you into in just a minute. Okay. Copy tags, remove tags, paste tags, and so on. Okay. I decided to see what tags were already in here. Since I had the automatic tagging on, apparently I was automatically tagged. Starting with M, for some strange reason, I didn't find any tags below M. I'll show you how to do tagging in a minute, and I'll show you how I got these. So this list is in your handout. No sense in going through it all. There's all types of genealogy type stuff in here. Of course, since I have more than genealogy, there's going to be tags for other things too. But most of it's genealogy. And what's really interesting is there's a whole bunch of French tags in here. Uh, when I was pulling them up, I was trying to figure out what's going on. And I guess it's that I got into some databases that had some French connections or French Canadian connections, and they started tagging in France and French. So I have various French tags in here. Um, Several of the tags are doubled, and I don't know why. Uh, Maybe we can get them a more advanced course on tagging and figure out why. Uh, you can see what they are like. There's quite a few of them. You can read those. I'm gonna go through this pretty fast. You can read those in the handout. Maybe they'll give you some ideas. That's what I got was some ideas out of looking at them and seeing if they were vendors. This I know is a North Carolina book that I'm reading or have been reading. So anyway, um, okay, how to add a tag to an item. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oops, I had to bring back that screen, aren't I? Bear with me a minute. I got my horse before the cart. I don't know if you do it, but I build a file that I call test. And so let's get down here to test. Where is test? There's test. So here's test. And so we have Ohio Free Genealogy. And I want to build a tag there. Now I'm going to go in here and you can see I have an existing tag. So let's build a test two. Now, uppercase, lowercase makes a difference in this. So you need to do that and pay attention to that. Okay, now let's see where we find tags for this. First off, we see it right down here. Can you see that down in the lower left? Okay, and you'll see the existing tag is there. And it will show up in any of the reports. And if you go to info, is it info? Notes, tags. Well, it shows up on my stuff. Okay, and let's see what else I wanted to do there. Tags. Show how a tag, select an item. Okay. Okay, how to remove a tag. We're going to go back to test. We've got tag. We just put in test two. Well, let's get rid of this one. So we remove that. And you'll notice that it's gone. Now, let's test stayed in the family of tags, but it's not on this document anymore. Okay. Now let's take the test two and say you want to get it for the color. You right click and you can take and assign a color. And when you hit the color up here, it gives you 9 colors. You're only allowed 6, so be generous. You hit that, you say set color. Now look at what happened up here. You've got a block in there that says tag, as says orange. So you know that you've got that there. Okay. All righty. I think I know what's next, but let's see what I put down next. Got to keep to the schedule here. Okay, we did a remove a tag, show how to search for a tag. Okay. Now I've got to take and move this down so I can get to the screens that I need, the tools that I need. Okay. When I went looking for how to do this, I spent a lot of time over here in this one. This is a quick search, and I didn't find any way of searching tags. It says all fields and tags, but that didn't yield the tags I wanted, and so I don't know what that is for. You go down to advanced search, make sure this is correct. Look, I had it down in this area, and I was trying to search in there. Well, Marine Taylor didn't do anything about tags, and you got to have it in your library. What you want here is a tag. It has to contain, and we wanted test 2. Has to be uppercase. And see, it starts filling it in for you when you start typing. Okay, that's one way you can find out. And you go search, and there it is. It pulls up all the documents that have that tag in it. And while we're here, I have a tag. Family Search came out the other day with a series of updated databases. So I did an updated tag, which I think is an excellent use for this. And now I'm going to do a search. Okay, now 2 things. The first thing is I've got all these in here now. So they've all been updated, or they've all been updated, and I have not searched them with my family name list. So this is a task list for me to take and search them. I know that's been updated. Now I tagged them. I tagged the titles of these documents AAA. May not need to do that if I use tags correctly. I will get back to you in the next meeting, after this one, and let you know if I'm working fine with that or not. It's one of the things I'm going to experiment with. So that took care of that. And let's see what else I have for you. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I need to spread this out so you can read it. Show them how to search for a tag, advanced search, make certain the top box is my library. I was really getting frustrated. The title box now, the same as the line, empty box, and I'll select the name down. You'll notice that the test shows up down here. In fact, it's got the wrong tag, doesn't it? Well, we can delete the tag over here too. It's like everything else in this software. And I don't know why that's not showing the tag down here, because it was doing real. Oh, that's because it's not tagged on here anymore. I had test tagged shared with this one, and so I had tagged it. I had shared the document over here and tagged it. All righty, so that's all I know about tagging. Hope that gets you started. There's a lot more to learn, I think. And so I'm going to shut it down now and come back with related. Okay, it's Robert Paltz, and now we're going to talk about related. In addition to collections and tags, related is the third way to express relationships between items in Zotero. And by setting up relationships, you can set up a relationship between any pair of items. The key word there is pair. Relations are not transensitive. In other words, if A is related to B and B is related to C, there is no relationship between A and C. They will not automatically relate. Some of the suggestions that Zotero makes for this is connect chapters of a book to the parent volume. Connect the book reviews to the book reviewed. Connect different versions of work. Link associated items from different collections. Link items that form parts of a single work. Connect standalone notes to the items they discuss. Link one item to another discussed in an abstract or note fields. And link items that have similar comments in the abstract or note fields. There's a section in, let's see, collections, quick. That's tags, related. Here we go. There's a section on related. That's basically the section that I just read to you. Zotero. Okay. So let's show you how to set up a relationship. And again, we're going to go to my favorite test file. So I don't want to mess up my database too much. And since we already tagged this, we're going to take and set this up as related. And we're in related, and we want to take and tag it to something. And I thought it would be interesting to tag it to, this is one of the problems I have with this right here. This window will not expand. You can do this, but I haven't found a way of making this move over. And I'm guessing that is, there we go. And I'm going to tag it to related. Okay. So now I have the Ohio Free Online Genealogy tagged on ROP Tier 3 related. Okay. And let's go and see where that is. And here's Zotero SIG. We're going to go to Tier 3 related. And what do we see? We should see a tag. Not a tag, but we should see related. There it is. Related to the Ohio Online Genealogy Research Toolkit, which is what I had in the other thing. So that's basically how it works. You can collect any sub collection or anything. If you're in the test document, you come over to this and you hit this. Look where you're at. It took me to that page. And I don't know why this showed up like this because it didn't do that before. But it took me to the page. That's the Zotero SIG. So it took me to it in the main collection. It didn't do that before. I don't know why. So that's how it's related. You can show. I did not find related as an advanced search. So that'll be an item for an advanced program. Now, pop-up screen does not allow for long sub-collection names I use. Possible uses I see for this. It shows the relationship between a source and an individual that is a hit in the source. Right now, I use AH for that in the title of the document, of the source document. So I know that there's a hit there. But this would be a lot faster way of getting to the individual the hit's on. So I could put related in there, and I think it will work faster. So I think I'm going to try modifying that this week. Go through and take all my AHs out and have it roll into that. I also use AA, as I was showing you earlier, in the title of the document for things that are been updated. and that I need to take and go do a name search on. And so I may be replacing it with that. And I'm also looking at it as a substitute or an association with the Roots Magic Association feature for fan research. And I'm just getting into fan research, and that's very much of an advanced thing. So anyway, related is relatively simple if you remember that it's only between two items, and the associate feature on Roots Magic 9 is only between two items. So there, it's possible that there may be some way of taking and maximizing that, and I'm going to take a look at that. So I've got that AI, I got Roots Magic Associate, I've got Zotero, and the related feature, and I've got the AI all working on fan research, and I've got a fan research project I'm trying to spend some time on. So look for that in the future presentation. All right, I'm going to shut it down now, and I'll be back with the summary in just a minute. Okay, this is Robert Pultz, and I'm back. Now let's talk about summary. Now we've got three different ways of cross-referencing this, and what do they look like? I built a spreadsheet to show you what can be. First one is I've got individuals, groups for training resources, sources, and tools in my sub-collections. That's the general categories that they all fall into. And research like Zotero for genealogy. She has people, places, tools, and topics. And then tags that have been suggested, topics again. So I'll use topics. Donna has topics over here. Methods, status, ratings, and workflow. The workflow for me that I've already found one was the updated databases. So I've already started tagging updated databases that I need to look at for my family and see if my family's names fall in there. That's when I find those names that aren't mainline, is when I'm working updated databases. I get quite a bit of information that way. So related, how would we do related? Well, it's going to be link associated items, parts of a single work, connected notes to items they discussed, and in related link items with similar comments. I think the link associated items I'm going to be using. I think that's a direct connection to fan research. And I'm going to try that for a while and see how that works out. I hope some of you try it out and see how it works out for you. So let's talk about problems I encountered. Well, the first one is, in related, the pop-up screen does not allow for long sub-collection names. I demonstrated that in the related stuff. I tried to search for related on the advanced search and never found anything on it. Let me get this down where I can do that. Okay. You don't see it, but there's a heading that Zotero or that Zoom puts on here that messes it up. So when I looked over here for anything related, these are the things that you can search on. And related would be down in this area down here. And you have references, reporter, rights, and runtime. So I don't see anything on related that you can search for. So that's just a item to item compare type program or feature. And some ways I think I'd like to be able to search unrelated, but it's not necessary. Okay, an advanced search. Okay, advanced search again. I don't know if I told you this or not. This up here was down in this area down here when I logged on to use it today, and that caused me a lot of pain trying to take and make that work. It needs to be set on your library so that you can take and find stuff in your library. And so that was it doesn't automatically set to my library. So I tried for search tags. I tried forever to search for tags in the quick search menu. That's this menu up here. It has this option that says all fields and tags, but when you click on it, nothing happens. And I don't know how to use it. So maybe one of you do. Settings for targeting. I seem to recall a setting for in the database that would kill the automatic tags coming over from URLs from the websites. Took me quite a while, and I found it the answer when I was actually reviewing this and practicing for this presentation and for this video. So if you just follow it through here, and I did cover that when we were in it. So now we're ready for questions, and I need to log off the video.